Good morning, everyone. How are you? It's so good to see you. I hope you're having a great day. It's a little bit yucky out today. I have to say, it's a bit gray, a little bit rainy, and it's hot and humid. Way too warm for me. So it's kind of a good day to stay inside and do some things. I hope you have some fun things planned. So I have a book for you today. I also made something that I thought you might be able to do at home with mom and dad. So let's take a look and see the book. And it's another book with some great pictures. You know how I love pictures. It's called The Growing Story, and it's by Helen Oxenbury and Ruth Krauss. And I'll show you the picture. I wonder what the story's about. What kind of things grow? It's called A Growing Story. What grows? Can you think of anything? Anything outside, maybe? Flowers. Do flowers grow? They do. Trees. Do trees grow? They do. I see a puppy here. Do puppies grow? They do. They get bigger. And what do they turn into? Dogs. You're right. I wonder what else grows. Let's read the story and see if we can find out. Okay, here we go. A boy and a puppy and some chicks were all very little. Oh, look at this great story. Don't you love the pictures? So I see the boy, I see the puppy, I see some chicks, I see a whole bunch. Should we try and count them together? See if I can get them all. You help me. Let's see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Did I get them all? I think I did. So a lot of little things there. Summer was coming. Buds grew on the trees. The grass began to grow. On the side of the barn, flowers began to grow. The little boy said to his mother, "Everything is growing. The grass is growing, the flowers are growing, the trees are growing." See that? Everything is growing. See how little the things are that they're planting? He asked her, "Will the chicks grow?" "Of course," his mother replied. He asked her, "Will the puppy grow?" "Of course," his mother replied. He asked her, "Will I grow too?" "Of course you'll grow too," his mother replied. So the chicks are going to grow, the puppy's going to grow, and the little boy's going to grow. The days grew longer, the nights grew shorter, the grass grew faster, the flowers grew higher, leaves grew big on the trees. The little boy said to the puppy and the chicks, "We're growing too." Don't you love that? Wouldn't you like to be outside there and look up at the sky and be with all the animals? It looks like such a nice place to be. The air was growing warmer. The little boy and his mother planted corn seeds in the field. His mother said, "We'll put away your warm woolen clothes. When summer is over, you'll put them on again." There they are planting. Do you help mom and dad plant things around your house? Maybe some flowers or some vegetables in the garden. It's a lot of fun. Sometimes you even see a worm. Have you done that? Worms are really cool. They folded up his warm trousers and put them away in a box. They folded up his warm coat and put it away in the box. The little boy climbed on a chair and put the box on a shelf. So they won't be needing that anymore because it's getting warmer. So you don't need a winter coat or warm pants when it gets warmer and in the summer. The corn grew. Blossoms grew on the orchard trees. Lilacs bloomed by the barn. The chicks grew taller. The puppy grew taller. The little boy said, "You both grew taller." He said to his mother, "They both grew taller. I don't feel taller." He asked her, "Am I growing too?" "Oh, yes, of course," his mother replied. You can see the puppy. You see how the puppy's gotten bigger? Do you think the little boy's gotten bigger too? He doesn't feel like he's gotten bigger. Do you think he has? Let's see what happens next. Little pears grew on the orchard trees. Little ears grew on the corn. The grass grew still faster. The chicks grew still taller. The puppy grew still taller. The little boy looked in a mirror. He said to his mother, "The chicks have grown taller than my knee, and the puppy has grown taller than my middle. I don't look taller." He asked her, "Are you sure I'm growing?" His mother replied, "Of course you're growing." You see how the dog and the chicks have gotten bigger? Can you tell? Has the little boy gotten bigger? He doesn't feel like it. The honeysuckle bloomed. The roses bloomed. The corn grew as high as a man. That's pretty tall. The pears were ripening. The chicks grew taller again. The puppy grew still taller again. The little boy went alone and sat by the side of the barn. He looked at the grass and the flowers. He looked at the trees and the corn. He looked at the puppy and looked at the chicks. He said, "Everything is still growing. I can see they are growing." He asked, "Can I really be growing too?" Do you think you're growing? I don't know. I bet you are. Do you think you are? Summer was growing to the end. The ripe pears fell. The days grew shorter. The nights grew longer again. The grass grew slower again. Oh, look at it. Do you see that? Oh, it's so much fun to pick fruit off of trees. Have you ever done that? Lots and lots of fun. When the leaves grew red and yellow and brown, summer was over. The corn was over. No flowers bloomed on the side of the barn. The chicks had grown up. The chicks were chickens. The chickens were nearly up to the little boy's middle. The puppy had grown up. The puppy was a dog. The dog was nearly up to the boy's head. The little boy looked at the chickens and the dog. "You both have grown up." "I haven't grown up. I'm still little," the little boy said. Can you find them? Do you see? They're so little over here. Do you see them right there? The air had grown colder. The little boy's mother said, "Well, take out your warm woolen clothes and put them on again." The little boy climbed on the chair and took down the box from the shelf. They took out his warm trousers from the box and unfolded them. They took out his warm coat from the box and unfolded it. Oh, so it's gotten colder again, and they had to take out those warm clothes. Do you think he'll put away his summer clothes now? Will he need shorts in the winter? Probably not. The little boy put on his warm trousers again and looked in the mirror. "My trousers are too tight. The legs are too short," he said. Trousers are another word for pants. Too short. And do you see how big that dog has gotten? He's really grown. He put on the warm coat again and looked in the mirror. "My coat is too tight. The sleeves are too short," he said. I wonder why that is. What do you think? Does that ever happen to you? He put on his cap and ran out into the yard. He turned a somersault. He threw his cap in the air. "Hey," the little boy said to the chickens and to the dog, "my trousers are too little and my coat is too little." What does that mean? "I'm growing too." Oh, he could finally tell. He couldn't tell before. How was he able to tell that he was growing? When he looked in a mirror, he couldn't see it. Did he find out from his clothes when his clothes got too small? That is definitely a good way to tell that you're growing. When things get too small, you are definitely growing. I bet you're growing a lot since I've seen you. I bet you've gotten really big. So I have a song that I want to sing, and I have it written down because it has a lot of words. It's a silly song, and it's a rhyming song also. And I'm sure a lot of you have sung this song, and I hope you like it. So let me see if I can do it here. Down by the bay, where the watermelons grow, back to my home I dare not go, for if I do, my mother will say, Did you ever see a goose kissing a moose down by the bay? What? A goose kissing a moose? Have you ever seen that? That's just silly. Down by the bay where the watermelons grow, back to my home I dare not go, for if I do, my mother will say, did you ever see a whale with a polka dot tail down by the bay? What? That's just silly. Down by the bay where the watermelons grow, back to my home I dare not go, for if I do, my mother will say, did you ever see a bear combing his hair down by the bay? What? That's just silly. Do you think you would be able to come up with a rhyme? Maybe, let's see if we do something with a cat. What rhymes with a cat? Cat, bat, hat. Oh, I have an idea. How about cat and hat? That sounds like a good one, right? All right, here we go. Down by the bay where the watermelons grow, back to my home I dare not go, for if I do, my mother will say, did you ever see a cat wearing a hat down by the bay? Too silly. Maybe you can come up with some other rhymes to sing with your family. I wonder what you would do. I bet you would come up with some really good ones. So I told you I wanted to show you something that I made here at home. You've played with Play-Doh before, right? Play-Doh has a really neat feel. It's squishy, sometimes it's a bit crumbly. I made a different type of Play-Doh. It's actually called Cloud Dough. Now, do you think it's made with real clouds? No, it's not. It is called Cloud Dough because it is super soft. I have to show you, look up. I have to squish it again because that makes it squishier and softer. So can you see me squishing? It's good exercise for my hands too. It makes my fingers nice and strong. So I'm going to do this. Do you see? It looks a little bit different than Play-Doh, doesn't it? It is a lot of fun to play with. Oh my goodness, it's getting really soft and cloudy. Look at that. And do you see what color it is? I decided to make it blue. I like that color. So I wanted to tell you how to make it because it's so much fun to play with and it feels so different. So I'm going to put down my Cloud Dough for a second and tell you that I made it with, how about that? Do you know what that is? That's lotion. Sometimes you put lotions on your hand, or mommy has lotions. This is a special lotion. There's you probably can't see it, but there's like some jewels here with a starfish on it. So it smells a little bit like the wonderful smells at the ocean or the beach. And I took a half a cup of this and put it in a bowl. And mommy and daddy can help you to measure out a half a cup. Then I put in some food coloring because what color is the lotion? It's white. I wanted to have blue dough, so I put in a little bit of blue and stirred it very carefully, very carefully. Maybe that's something that you could do. And once that was all mixed together, this is what I put in next. Now, we've used this before. This is called cornstarch, and sometimes mommies and daddies use it for cooking in the kitchen. We even use it to make goop sometimes. You remember the goop that's hard when you don't touch it, and when you pick it up, it turns to a liquid and falls through your fingers? That's made with cornstarch and water. But my special Cloud Dough is made with lotion and cornstarch. And so you would mix a cup of cornstarch into what you had with the lotion and the food coloring. Mix it all together, and then at some point you would take it out and start squishing it to get everything mixed together. And when you're all done with the squishing, and certainly mommy and daddy could help, then you can play with it. And I hope you would have fun. It does look like fun, doesn't it? And it lasts for a little while. What you could do is put it in some plastic wrap, and when you take it out again, if it's too sticky, you put a little more cornstarch in, And if it is too crumbly, you put a little more lotion in it. So I hope you make some cloud dough today. What color do you think you would like to make? I could have even made a bunch of different colors and made different things, but I thought I'd stick with blue. So I hope you have fun making cloud dough today. And I love spending time with you. I miss you. I love you, and I can't wait to see you again. Have an awesome day.